And we're back.
Hey.
After some technical difficulties there. Sorry about the wait there. Got a new webcam.
Everybody.
Yeah, got a new webcam. Hope you guys can see us a little bit better. All right.
Hi.
So happy Easter.
Happy Easter, everybody.
As the topic of today. Crazy Easter. I didn't even celebrate Easter.
The weirdest of Easters.
I don't know about you guys. We're going to talk about a couple of things we're going to bring up. But if anybody hopefully is tuning in as they did last night, I mean, honestly, the other night, I should say.
2 nights ago. That's right.
Fantastic turnout. We loved it.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, I really, what's going on, Ryan Wagner? That boring ass Easter, he says. Yes, 100%. I can understand that.
Yep.
I'll sum mine up real quick because it was real short and sweet. I worked for 8 hours today on Easter, which is not something that I normally would do. However, I did get paid time and a half. And then I did eat Easter candy. However, I am missing, as most of you are probably missing the family get-togethers, food, and whatnot.
Dang.
So.
Yeah, we all missed that this year. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, we got Zach. Thank you. Happy Easter to you, brother. Hope all is well with you and your family, and hope you guys got to maybe have an Easter day, maybe not. We're hoping that maybe people can tell us what they did today. Nikki Dawson says we didn't do shit today. Yeah, I know. I'm in the boat too. I was the same thing.
I mean, it's Sunday. You're already not supposed to do
And thank you for tuning in, Nikki. Ryan Wagner says I spy a dude parties. Yeah, I have a problem. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling me out there. What we got here? Kevin Miller says, I crashed my mom's riding lawnmower into her brick garden because I am the best son ever. You know what? I will tell you this right now.
Happy Easter, Mom.
Happy Easter to you, Mom. And I do think that you are the best son ever, Kevin Miller. And don't you let anyone tell you any differently.
Positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement on this. We only talk about the good things in life tonight. So, going on to a couple of things. Let's see what we get.
That's great. Keep them coming too. Let's keep
what kind of topic
Easter's work because I'm sure they were all different, much different than ever.
Let's start off with how did you spend your Easter? Like where did you go? Did anybody actually go out anywhere special for Easter today? Did we follow the rules? Did we all stay home like we were supposed to? This is what we're wanting to know. If you left your house and you did something for Easter today, post it up in the chat. Let us know what you did. If you want to call in as well too, you're more than happy to call in. Private message me for the number if you would like to come on to and talk about what you did on Easter. That is still open as well.
I did not stay home. Pretty much caught red-handed here on camera. I don't live here.
Not abiding by the rules, but you know what? Damn it, we wanted to talk again. It was a lot
pretty
of fun
far,
the other night.
as you can see.
A lot of fun the other night.
He's far away. We're fine.
Yeah,
Don't
are
worry
we?
about it. No, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm not do less.
Do I have to go further?
Yeah, we're okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we should get a tape out or not.
We're all right.
But it is what it is. Thank you guys though, for real. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's see. We've got your mom is in here right now. Nick, just wanted to say hi, Shelly.
Happy Easter, Shelly.
Happy Easter. She says, nice to see my handsome boy and you too, Kyle. I think that's because everyone missed seeing
this was
other
flipped
boys.
Around.
You know,
Nice to see my handsome boy, and also my son Nick.
Hey, you know what? Last time you were the voice without a face.
You know,
So it's good that we panned you in here. Jimmy Tracy, good to see you again, buddy. Jimmy Tracy said, what's up, y'all?
Repeat offender, Jimmy Tracy.
Matt Jacobsmeyer, what's that? The only family you need, Kyle, is that Dr. Pepper. And you know what?
Amen to that.
You know what's good about that, Matt? Is that it's a whole lot of family because there's 23 flavors. So all of them are
I think
loving.
the Middendorf family should
All
be sponsored by
care.
Dr. Pepper, and I don't know what they've been waiting for so long.
Welcome to the Middendorf podcast.
Pretty ridiculous.
Sponsored by any type of candy you can buy at any store.
Kidding me?
And Dr. Pepper.
You know how much publicity they got? Not that they necessarily needed a Dr. Pepper.
I might be a third owner of Dr. Pepper by now if I really told you guys how much money that either me, my mom, my dad, my brothers in the mix too.
Every single person that came to your house between 1994 and 2004.
Oh, we're quirky about it too.
We crushed.
No, it's
Dr.
funny.
Peppers, man.
Here's the funny thing. Besides the fact that
Sorry,
how many cases did we get my brother for his wedding?
That was
If
just,
somebody knows how many cases that we ended up feeding Eric for his wedding,
one whole
Dr.
table,
Pepper,
I
because
believe,
we
was
knew.
dedicated to cubes and 12 packs.
Yes.
If I'm not
Glenn
mistaken.
Greb says he gorged with the family and now he's working, man. I'm glad you got to spend some time with the family during Easter, man. Hopefully it was a good time for you, and hopefully it wasn't much different than what you had. Tyler, how you doing, buddy? This is something that you probably should watch, man. I'm glad that you're tuning in. Paul Heath, your dad's on, man. We're getting, I love it. Paul says, Happy Easter. Good evening, young mids. And my boy.
Good.
Trying to get on, but my internet sucks. Well, you know what, Paul? It looks like you're on because I can see your chat.
You've made it, Paul.
So
Thank you. That Montana internet always isn't the strongest.
out there in Montana, the internet, the interwebs.
It's hard to get.
What are you rocking out there? They got Comcast out there? Or you satellite?
They got.
I don't know. I don't know what they got.
I don't know. They got the ether. That's all they can count on.
John, what are you saying? Is that a score bar in the corner?
That's me. I used to score.
Oh, my mom says your dad and I are listening. Happy Easter and we love you. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you as well, too. And happy Easter to you as well.
Happy Easter, Dons, too.
JT, what's up? Happy Easter to you and your family as well. And I think that I've missed you, man. I haven't seen you in a while, and I hope all is really going well, man. Honestly, we had some really good times with one another. Hey, Jimmy's got to bring up now on Easter, on a holy time, that I don't set my lineup for fantasy hockey. There it is.
Yeah.
I got other important things going on. I actually hired on another guy to help manage the team. He let me down. I hope he's watching right now, too. Because then now I have a fall man. So they say why?
One team.
I said, Kyle, why did you finish in second to last place? And I'm just like, dude, I hired this guy to look at my team. He's supposed to put people in for me. So it was clearly the way that.
Also, somebody lost to him. Not gonna say his name, but it's just a great friend. Love you, buddy. You also lost to somebody who
we won't.
Just doesn't care.
Man, this sucks, man.
Didn't care. We did care. Listen,
my cousin Tyler says this is gold. Hey, thanks, man. I'm glad you're watching, and we're glad that it's entertaining you guys. Grace Hollins tuning in. She says the new Tiger King episode was a huge disappointment. Now,
we made it through 2 interviews.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's why we were a little late also.
We were trying to watch it to get caught up, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's funny to me that 2020 is forever gonna be known the year of the Tiger King, and then now Easter of 2020 will be ever known as the documentary release of the last episode of the Tiger King.
They're doing it on really memorable times for everybody, so we'll never ever forget this. They brainwashed us.
Connie, happy Easter to you and the family as well too. Tell everybody I love them and thank you for tuning in. JT drank rum and coke while at work. I mean, I didn't do it, but if you want to call yourself out for it, I mean, that's cool, you know. I was just more worried about closing up at night and JT would roll up, my buddy, and he'd be bumping music and stuff like that. And I won't go into full detail of everything, but he would surprise me every night and just absolutely scare the crap out of me.
Cool.
Until I would realize it's JT. Yes, Vitaly, as of right now, me, hopefully all of the rest of my Florida family and people that are hopefully watching now as well are going to still be going to St. Pete. If there's anything that restricts us from going, obviously we have to follow guidelines, but as of right now, we are all still hoping that it's not going to get canceled and we will be there around the 4th of July.
Stay positive.
Matt Jacobsmeyer says gummy worms and Dr. Pepper. That's like an Eric Middendorf thing. I hope he's watching too. Gummy worms.
Sure is.
That, and I think my dad is a gummy worms fan too. So we'll go with that. Yes, Matt. We've been known as Middendorfs to have like just buckets of candy laying around all over the place. Let's see here.
You guys got smart after a while, though. You bought a candy machine that we had to start paying 25 cents for candy if we wanted to get candy.
Yes.
Remember the machine?
I do.
Next, of course you did. You bought it, and it was.
I didn't buy it. No, actually,
someone bought it. And it was
let me tell you, Taylor Welker. I
Welker.
hope you're watching right now. That was actually Linda Welker, and then
Beautiful.
they had bought a bunch of machines, and they knew that with Middendorf basement was such a
loaded with people,
high traffic with kids during the day. They had candy machines in the basement, and I don't think anyone ever came to like get the quarters though. I think that's just how much we cared about it. We just ate stale candy at one point. And we're like, all right, we're just gonna give up on this.
It all eventually just melted into itself, and then one chunk came out.
Brian, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna jump on that Boys in Space, Jack. Give me some time. Now that the studio's up and running, man, I'll put some bars together for you. Oh, hi, Mama. How you doing? Kim Gutnick. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Good
bring the bars, musicians. Come on, let's.
Happy Easter to you and the family as well too.
Be heard.
Mark Houston says, "Happy Easter, mofos. Just had my baby throw up on my shirt. It's been a great day. Hey, welcome to being a parent.
Yep.
Welcome to being a parent, and happy Easter to you too, man. You and the family." That's right. Okay, so John had to elaborate for that. He used to call you Score Bar and
I know.
stuff like that.
I
Yes, you do actually get to see Score tonight.
I hear you, homie.
Jill, happy Easter to you
Good
and
to hear
Ryan
from
as
you,
well
John.
too, and your baby. Congratulations. Was there another one?
Is it better to
How
have?
many do you have now? I forget, man. It's so hard to. We're all getting so old.
So we don't have babies, me or
Sonny,
you, Kyle.
Happy
But
Easter.
You think it's better to have a baby that still is going to throw up on you, or
Yeah.
a kid that you have to actually teach 5 days a week now?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not really good with the fancy book learning. I'll probably get thrown up on.
You think you teach
No,
so
just
bad
kidding.
your actual any kid will
No,
throw
I
up
don't
on
think
you?
that it would matter. I think while I was teaching my kid, he might throw up on me. So I think it's just a double loss for me altogether.
So either way, any kid you have is puking. Okay.
Hey, Sonny,
Very
real
nice.
quick, I had to stop this. I hope you get well soon, my friend. I know that, and I'm happy that you didn't have that nasty coronavirus, but still, the pneumonia and everything, I hope that you get better, my friend.
Yeah, beat that. You're strong.
Hey, Ryan, thanks for tuning in, man. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Nick says don't draft anything. Now, my co-manager is now stepping into the chat. Nick, go ahead. Confess in the chat that you're the reason why I lost.
You're
Ben
just,
Borland,
you're the
how you
same,
doing, buddy?
You're the same boat, buddy.
Matt Abel, thanks
Not
for
much
tuning in
you can
again.
say.
Jen Jones, hey, bro. What's up, girl? Thank you for tuning in. Let's see, the candy machine. Oh, my mom has just confirmed that the candy machine is still in the basement.
Loaded with quarters.
Probably loaded with stale candy and quarters. I don't even think that the Welkers got the keys to that thing anymore, to be completely honest with you.
Look, he's
Robbie
lost.
Carroll says Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
No, it was just to me. It says came in.
Okay.
Don't say Happy Easter back. That wasn't for you. I'm stupid.
It's embarrassing.
No, hey, Happy Easter, guys. That was for you
Hopefully
too.
one
man.
day,
That was
Kyle,
for you too.
Hopefully one day Robbie wishes me a happy Easter. It's gonna be a pretty bad day.
Dude, hey, Brad Gorman, it is like an all-American reunion up in here. That's what we started doing this for, man. There's a lot of bored people that are sitting out there. I'm actually looking to get some information right now to put together a show maybe where we get a bunch of people to call in, tell some all-American hockey stories or whatever you guys could think of. And, I mean, we could go for hours on that, I'm sure.
many.
But I would love to get some people that are interested, private message me and let me know if you guys want to put something together. Let's see what else we got here. I gotta stay on the chat a little bit. Let's see. A couple more here, then I'm gonna go to another topic. Some people saying that Matt Shakespeare says, "Where's Don Lang?" Don Lang, how are you doing, man? I hope you are watching this show.
Damn!
They are referencing the time whenever
man.
you really cross-checked me into the boards. And
The
I
worst.
was concussed, but I still love you, buddy. I know we've talked since.
I've watched a lot of NHL. I've watched a lot of heaviest NHL hits in my life, and then
Shelby, happy
Don Lang
Easter.
on Kyle Middendorf at All American basketball.
And Rob Carroll had, since I said something, says, Happy Easter, Heath the Sniper.
Thanks, Robbie.
So, alright, we got some people saying hi. So we're going to move on to the next little topic just to get some more stuff going in the chat, see what you guys think. My question was, how did you spend your Easter? We got some feedback on that. Did it cut into what you did the year prior? Did you have to miss out on certain foods? Was there something that you had gotten to miss out on this year that you really, really just didn't want to have to, but had to because of the circumstances? Put in the chat and let us know if there's anything out there that you guys just really miss. I know that there's one thing that I miss right now whenever like Easter comes around, and that's being able to sit with my family and not only eat good food, but watch playoff hockey. And I had to bring it up again, but I really miss watching playoff hockey on this day more than anything in the world. So, Nick, I don't know about you, but what do you think, man? Happy Easter.
I thought we were going to talk about depressing stuff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I think about. I just want to watch hockey.
I know, man. It's sad. I mean, remember being able to sit around with the family and actually enjoy a good hockey game where you had everybody sitting around the TV and screaming at it. And I mean, I don't know about your guys' family. Everyone in my family is an absolute diehard Blues fan. And yeah, it was just, there was nothing better than that. You know, you had the day off, you knew you got to see your family, you knew you got to eat good food, you knew you got to watch some playoff hockey. I mean, there's nothing really better than that. If you got something, please, like I said, post it up in the chat.
Absolutely.
What's that? Mom said Dad is upset he didn't get his big chocolate bunny from Crown Candy this year.
Dang.
Well, I mean, you probably should be upset, Dad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you might want to call and get somebody's boss on the phone and find out where your chocolate eggs or your chocolate bunny's at.
Big chocolate bunnies would still be essential.
They should know at this point that you've ordered one so many years in a row that they should just send one automatically and bill you, and then you'll just go ahead and take care of it. I think that's what you should do.
They should be preloaded years in advance for you to receive this chocolate bunny. There's no doubt. What is Crown Candy doing?
So Kim Gutnick says she's still cooked like last year, but we miss Boomer and Shay. Yeah, I can imagine that. Boomer and Shay and everybody, like, you know, there's other families out there as well too. They like FaceTiming this Easter and like cooking food where they are staying at and just kind of staying away. So it's good to hear that you at least still kept with tradition.
It's good for all you.
Matt Avelin says Blues Bruins Game 7 on NHL Network right now. Well, there goes half of our freaking crowd. Thanks a lot, Matt Avelin. All right, now we got nobody else paying attention to us. Everyone's going to go turn that back out again.
Another great sports moment from the day, even though I do remember having a Patriots fan the other day, was really watching the Giants take the Patriots over on Fox 2. That's one of the only channels I get in my house, so I have to watch whatever's on it. But I got to watch the Giants beat the Patriots for the first time. Well, I saw it, but the first time they did it.
Yes.
Relived that moment, and I got to see Eli's open face all game looking at the sideline.
Stupid.
It's like, how is this guy going to relay a play from you to 11 guys on the field?
He clearly said, I'm going to throw this up, and I want you to catch it on your helmet.
He caught it up. And it was on Rodney Harrison, who's a kid told you he's kind of a... He's a
I'm not going to lie to you. I've watched like 7 or 8 different Stanley Cup championships.
They've been on.
I cried again the other night whenever I watched the Western Conference Finals. I think it was whenever Yzerman put one over the top of John Casey and he was just trying to dump it in.
So funny, we talked about that the other night, and I went home and that game was on. The exact game was on. I had to watch that.
Kevin Miller says, I just want to use this format to tell the world that my manager is the best boss in the world. And that manager would be my mom. So, Mom, I'm glad you're watching, and I hope you like that. Hi, Mackenzie. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Love you, Sid.
What do we got here? Oh, okay. Pat Accord says, I was talking to a guy on call, started talking hockey, and he goes, I quoted you saying that Wayne Gretzky is the GOAT, but he disagreed and said Gordie Howe. You need to tell your friend he needs to watch hockey again. And I don't know what the age is, but Gordie Howe is a great player. Mr. Hockey, I mean, you can't take nothing away from
Gordie. The Gordie Howe hat trick is a goal, an assist, and a fight. And that's a hard-nosed game.
If you put
the Wayne Gretzky hat trick is 2,000 points.
Yeah. I mean,
and no one's ever touching you.
No. So in the grand scheme of things, if you ask 100 people who the greatest hockey player ever was, you're going to get Wayne Gretzky probably 80% of the time. So no, Gordie Howe I don't think falls even anywhere close to him, even though he's a great player. But that's just my opinion.
Gordie Howe played in 5 decades, though.
I mean, he played for a long time.
Did he play a line in his 60s for a professional team?
He might have.
Novelty, I think.
I don't know. That might have just been like a celebrity game.
Yeah, but nah.
I don't
know. Call me out on that.
Hey, what's going on, Aldean? Thanks for tuning in, bud. And Mackenzie, Buster has probably gotten at least 13 of them peanut butter treats from me today. He keeps working for him, and I can't say no to him.
He won't stop.
Yeah, it's my fault. I give in every single time, and he's a good boy. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, hey, Eric, I'm glad you're playing Warzone, man. I'm glad that you're seriously enjoying it, and that was an awesome statement. The people that are in the chat, I hope that you guys get to read what Eric has to say.
For all you gamers out there who are during pandemic quarantine time, you are loving
this is your time to shine.
Right now.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
You think there's going to be people, I agree, I think that this is going to happen, okay? There's going to be people that are going to be
Professional
like,
gaming
you know,
is
man,
going to be a new.
I think I'm just going to quit my job.
You know that.
Try this gaming thing for a little bit. I don't know. I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
I really think I'm getting good, and I think that this is just a new avenue for me
The
to
only
jump
sports
on.
they're watching on ESPN is guys playing games against each other. I think I can beat them.
Oh my god.
I think I can beat
It's
Mr.
great.
Frosty in NHL 2K. I'm not gonna lie.
And I want to throw out a good quote here from your mom. Actually, she visited her granddaughter, socially distanced, of course, and would like to socially distance with her son. But seeing him on Easter works for now. So I'm glad that this is the time that you get to see your son on
We
Easter.
can see social distance. This is socially distanced as you can get. And sorry I don't do FaceTime. It's awkward as hell.
Yes, and I did not realize, Mackenzie, that my dog could tap dance until I wouldn't pay attention to him when he was trying to beg for a treat, and on the kitchen floor he would just literally started doing it. So yeah, he's gotten really crazy with it, and now I know whenever he's just trying to work me for a treat for sure. So
Those dogs. Those dirty dogs.
Eric, you didn't interrupt anything, man. Honestly, would you like to call in? Would you like to come on the show? Anyone that's in the chat that has any interest in calling in is more than welcome. Eric Arnsby, a friend of mine.
Hi, Eric.
My buddy Nick says hello, and I think you could see him and hear him, so I don't know why I repeated that.
Eric.
So, how about this? What else you got? Any other topics you want to throw out there?
Oh, I mean, just for all you love birds out there who enjoy each other's company on a limited basis, now you have to deal with it on an all-time basis, all day, every day.
Because you know how Easter is that time for the loved ones to get together.
This is Easter, but just leading up until Easter, how are relationships holding up? How are all our relationships?
Well, I think that's
holding
a quarantine thing too.
Yeah.
I think what you mean is,
Are we
well,
just
no,
on Easter
I
topics?
mean, it's Easter, so we're talking Easter. But I think that the main thing that what you're trying to say is that from quarantine.
Yeah. How are you holding up?
Because
I want to know.
I mean, you got people, husband and wife, now working from home at the same time.
You may be looking at two of the only unmarried people on this whole website right now. Whatever's going on here.
I don't know. You guys got to tell me. I have no perspective on this
I
whatsoever.
feel like I've heard mixed emotions. People are getting closer. People are getting farther. I don't know what's going on in your lives. Is kind of what I want to know. Relationships.
Let us know. What is going on right now? Are you having problems? You having problems? Kim says Kevin and I are still alive.
Everyone's still alive for the most part. I was going to say.
My buddy Eric keeps posting these fake, memes, of his receipts and stuff like that, and he claims that he has, every subscription to every website for adult porn. So congratulations, Eric. I give you a shout out on my complete Facebook Live. No, he's married. 3 kids. 3 beautiful children.
Yeah.
And his wife is probably embarrassed because I said his name. I won't say his last name.
We won't say his last
name.
name.
If anybody wants to put it in the chat, I can't stop you.
What
else we got here? We have...
Good. I hope we're all holding up.
So we've got Nikki Dawson says, ours is fine. He's essential, so he still goes to work every day, so I'm the one stuck at home all the time. So you're actually
lucky,
probably dealing with more... Yeah, dealing with more of the having to just be at home all the time, and he is still doing more of a normal day.
You still get your time. It breaks the space. It's necessary. Good for relationships. There's no doubt. So I can see where the non-space now would possibly drive people crazy.
Kim says, we've been doing this for about 7 years, so we're still kind of the same. That's awesome.
Some people haven't changed. Some people will benefit from it. I feel like it'll bring people closer together.
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's not all bad. I'm not trying to be just 100% negative here.
So Kevin Miller says he's been quarantined at my mom's for 3 weeks, and it's the happiest my fiance has been in years. But I'm sure my dogs miss me.
Your dogs have been quarantined also for 3 weeks?
Kevin, I love you, man. You're always good for a good laugh, man. I'm so glad that you are tuning into this show, man. And I hope
you dumped a bag of food on the ground before you left them.
Oh my god. There it is. Ashley, I knew it was coming. I could have done a 10-second countdown before an apology came from Ashley for Eric. She apologizes for her husband being ridiculous on social media. Alright, Eric, damn it, knock it off.
I didn't. Also, I apologize for that question. I didn't mean to spark anything that wasn't even.
No, I think.
Holy crap!
I think the main
just
thing
ruined lives.
Yeah, I think the main thing that we wanted to kind of just bring up was just like, what are people doing? Are you getting like those? I'm just not mad at people. You're just angry because you're now around them like all day, every day.
There's not even date
work
night
around them, but
date
before
night
you
is
guys both did your own work thing and then met up late and then had to talk about the day. Now you're just like both there and you're running out of things to talk about.
Date night is pick up, and it's pick up food and bring it home because you're not sitting down having date night away from anybody, so you're just trapped.
John Nesselhoff, aka
like
Fish, says, I've been stuck at home since April 1st and now these asshole kids aren't going back to school until next year.
Well, at least that's pretty late to be stuck, though. It's only been a little over.
I get it, man. I get it.
The kids things. You parents are tough. Now you realize, you teachers out there,
let's think about this, though, honestly, because...
Not congratulations. I'm sorry for you guys.
Besides the fact you got parents that possibly are furloughed or not working.
Yeah.
You've got, maybe they're all working from home and now their kids aren't going to school. Like some parents,
you have to work, you have to
so
teach,
I don't
you have
know
to
about
deal with your kids, you have to do it all right.
Yeah, true, but
it's stressful.
You have a hard, and maybe I'm wrong to say something in the chat, but you don't have that release right now where you can kind of have a moment to take a deep breath and be like, holy shit, we're in a pandemic. You guys have to keep being the mom, keep being the dad. You have to keep going on with the day-by-day stuff, but it's just all at home. It can be nerve-wracking, I'm sure, but people are probably dealing with it different ways.
Shout out to all of you with the kids and stuff.
Oh, man. And just in case anyone was curious, Dr. Pepper still tastes great. And if I ever get sponsored, I will say Dr. Pepper at the end of every show. So, moving along. I would say, from a family perspective as well, too, not getting to see people. Mental health, you talk about that, relationships, too. This is a time, don't get me wrong, I haven't got to see my mom or dad really, it's weird. I'm a family person. I don't get a chance to, I don't go this long without seeing certain people in my family and direct family, and even around this time of year, you look forward to seeing your distant family and people that come together to see you. So it is taking a toll. Yeah, I would say it's not fun to not get to catch up and see your family. So it's interesting. Debbie Evers, how are you, sweetheart? I haven't seen you in so long. I hope you're doing well.
That's why we're glad definitely technology has came to where we are at, because we can all communicate pretty clearly with our family, albeit not physically, but virtually, thanks to platforms such as Zoom, such as Facebook Live, such as the Hangout,
YouTube, Twitch, Hangout,
YouTube, the Twitch.
Whatever you gotta reach out. But that's another thing cool about technology aspect right now too, is that how people have all come together. You can't even buy a webcam. I want you guys to go try to buy a webcam right now and see. Hopefully, if you had to work from home, there was enough for everyone, because it was tough. I wanted to get a better cam for this presentation. Luckily, my roommate had one I could borrow and for a short period of time. But yeah, it was tough. Everything on Best Buy was sold out. I didn't go to Amazon, but you know how it is. It'll be there, but you won't get it for 3.5 months. So it is what it is. Yeah, Jimmy, I agree, man. Teachers need more money.
Teachers need more money. Let's just...
that could be a whole nother show in itself, talking about that in itself.
Well, now parents are actually realizing it. I think it's just something you don't really think about. You just...
Teachers need
I can't
more
speak
money.
on it because I don't have kids, but it's kind of you just send your kid to school. I gotta work, daycare type thing. Also learn. It's school.
Yeah, I would say...
There's 30, 20 kids in front of at the time.
I think the best thing that I heard was there needs to be
hard.
leniency and or maybe some debt taken care of the people that are working in the hospitals and that are have student debt or student loans for going to school to be a nurse and this or that jumped right in the ring for this and started taking care of
literally
crazy
their lives
people.
on the line.
I would love to see somebody sub and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and offer grants for these people.
I went to 10 years of medical school. I'm in hundreds of thousands of debts, $100,000 of debt.
And
maybe we'll forgive you a little bit because you just risk your life to save.
Pat Accord, Glenn Grubb, I would love to have both of you guys on to maybe get a little risque and just talk about the risque stuff that maybe we talked about at work that we probably shouldn't have been talking about, but we always love talking about that stuff.
This is generally a kid's show, but
please keep it in mind. I would love to have you guys on to gab for a little bit and talk some trash. So, we got Easter out of the way.
Easter's out of the way. So, I mean, like I told you, I kind of like talking sports a lot with you because those are fun.
Yeah.
It's not really, I don't know if you noticed, there's really not any sports.
There's no sports going on. So there's really not much in the sports industry to talk about. But let me bring this up. It has been a bad, last 6 months, man. Ever since, Kobe Bryant died, and then you have the pandemic that starts, and then Bill Withers dies. I mean, that's 3/4 of my heart right there, dude. Kobe Bryant and, I wasn't the biggest fan of Kobe Bryant. I was a fan of Kobe Bryant. I can't really say it was that bad. But Bill Withers, man, are you kidding me? That's some sad stuff. I gotta admit, I was torn down by that.
Not gonna lie, me too. John Prine, we talked about this last time. Stacy's mom. How about Stacy's mom has got it going on?
Yeah, I wonder if she's still got it going on.
I don't know, but that guy died.
How many years ago did Stacy's mom has got it going on come out, and do you think that Stacy's mom has still got it going on?
Stacy's mom looked like she had plenty of money to keep it going on.
I see what you're saying.
Got it?
I see what you're saying. Got it.
So yeah, she's fine.
Got it.
But the gentleman who wrote that song passed away too. I had a big influence because I saw a lot of musicians and artists talk about this guy's, I forgot his name, I'm sorry, but Fountains of Wayne was the band, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, sorry to talk about death. But back talking about death.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that stuff.
Just the hockey, I just want to the whole season, what's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? Do you even...
With the hockey season?
What could possibly happen? Do you think it's been too long already to where... You got to imagine, these arenas that hold hockey games have previous bookings at their places. They can't have, we can't continue this for too much longer. What's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? Obviously, nobody knows what's going to happen in the next month.
I mean,
what do you think could possibly happen?
Outlook. I mean, my outlook would be is that if we continue to use platforms such as this, we continue to not go outside and wear gloves and cover your face and use masks going into grocery stores, and we allow this disease to die off. Let it run its course. And not live on surfaces or get past that point where we're not spreading it to everyone. Then that's all you can do. I mean, it's going to be a fight. We all have to be in it together. I really am sad, like I said the other night, for people that think it's a hoax, and I still see people out and about that don't really take certain measures and whatnot. I mean, it's Facebook. I'll blast some people.
Reverse shout out to all you jerks out there licking the deodorant lines at stores. Are you
I'll
kidding
play this
me?
right now. The one kid that licked the deodorant. If you guys haven't seen this,
he got corona.
Did he get corona?
I believe so.
No, whatever. I hope he gets this.
He deserves it. You deserved it. What are you doing?
I mean,
you didn't have corona. The girl who wanted to cough on people and got arrested and then got tested and didn't have corona. You're not passing it anyway. You're just saying you're going to pass it. Just stop doing that. What are you doing?
When are they going to learn? How about that for a question? You've already had 2 people get potential charges for terrorism. It's a form of terrorism.
Absolutely.
I saw a video on Reddit the other day of a guy that opened up an Arizona tea thing and spit in it and screwed it back on and put it on the thing. I mean, your face is clear as day, and you're on social, you're on Instagram, you're going to jail.
That could just be. That also could just be a mental health thing. They don't realize they're.
Then there was some girl. Then there was some girl that was in a grocery store that was burping on stuff. Just product, and made a video, and is this what you want to buy? It was really creepy. She was a very strange looking woman.
Basically, the doctors and professionals have said you can just talk and it spreads.
Going back to the Blues thing, John Nesloff says use current standings straight to the playoffs, and it begins with the first round. I heard that as a rumor. Yeah, I've heard a lot of rumors about it, but
a lot of teams were on the bubble though, man. The Florida Panthers are pissed about that. Another team they're just complaining. That's not that fair. The Coyotes, I believe, are on the bubble. You are about to possibly go on a hot streak, get in the playoffs, knock someone out.
Possibly. That's the key thing. However,
There's
the only
also
thing I'll
ruining our
say is,
fantasy hockey league.
the one
I don't
thing,
know
it
these
sucks.
guys.
I mean, I was in last place. I hope I get my money back.
No commissioner in the history of fantasy. Absolutely, you will not. One thing that's happened in our fantasy hockey
I will
league,
forfeit my money.
the
I will
playoffs have
forfeit
started.
money.
We know who was going to be eligible for money.
I think, John,
Everyone out there.
I think that what I read about with the Blues as well, I don't want them to do that like every team's in it and it's a round robin, because then it's a fluke. I don't like it. The format might sound nice on paper as far as how things are going, but I would much rather see you take the teams that were there, maybe expand upon it, and instead of because there's a bye still for the first round, right? In the NHL playoffs, they normally have a bye for like the first place teams, right?
What?
Do they have a bye? I forget. In the NHL playoffs, I forget.
I don't think so, Kyle.
All right. Well, then
I think it's 1 versus 8.
I get confused with all
I
the
think
with all the
and now it's
sports.
in a four spots. There's 4 divisions. I don't think there's a first round bye. I think that's football
I think
and
I'm thinking
fantasy
football.
sports. You're
I
talking about,
apologize.
bud.
Anyways,
Correct me if
I
I'm
don't
wrong
think that they
there.
should do. I don't. No, you're probably right. I don't think that they should do every single team though. I don't think because someone mentioned that. Like, well, they should do like an actual bracket of this many teams. And I'm like,
Well, then just delay the season till it comes back. Finish the season, finish the playoffs, and have a shortened off season. I mean, what else can you do?
I mean, that's what I
Either
would
that,
do.
or you gotta shut the lights. You gotta shut down the lights till next season.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do. Even if you do make it last long this year, next
I-
season is affected, and it's going to be affected maybe for seasons to come.
I mean, but if you think about it too, and John makes a good point. I mean, the people that you're saying like we're on the bubble, well, shit, it sucks. You should have had a better season to start it off with. You should have
Shoulda.
predicted it.
You can't predict it.
I'm a strong
65
believer.
game
I'm a
season.
strong believer that
Pandemic.
if we don't have a playoffs at all, that the Blues somehow get written on the Stanley Cup as champions 2 years in a row because we didn't pass it off. But that's a long shot. And
Are we not first in the West?
We would still win it.
Are we not first in the
I
West?
think we could win it.
At
We
the
have a
break?
good chance to win it.
Are we
We
not
don't
first in
have
the
we don't
West?
have my friend Pat on the team anymore. Who I love
Man, Pat,
watching
boy.
him work on that third line, or whoever knows where they play.
Damn, he looks good in Tampa, though. You,
Everywhere he's played.
you're a good player.
Everywhere
Like
he's
you,
played.
Pat. Miss you, Pat.
Let's see. Mark Houston says it'd be cool if those teams who are on the bubble play a one-game playoff against the teams just ahead of them. Winner moves on. I'm cool with that.
Say that again.
He says that the teams that are on the bubble play a one-game playoff against the team just ahead of them, and the winner moves on. So that way you do it as like a wild card, like where you have whoever's on the bubble in each area, you have one playoff right there to see who determines that bracket because they are the lower seeds. And then after you have the lower seeds determined, then you even the bracket out, and then it's as if you ended the regular. I get it. Yeah, I like that.
So many ideas. That's not a terrible idea. Not at all. It's not a bad idea at all.
Yeah, Nick, you got blamed, dude, because you were the co-manager. Remember, I told you I was like, hey, I'm doing fantasy football, and you need to watch
Nick,
this.
come on, man. Put it to bed. Like you're out.
How many times the night?
100%. I don't want you out, Kyle. I don't want you and Nick out. I love your guys' team. We've been doing this for a long time.
We're not going out. We're going to pay attention. I'm going to pay attention. Nick, you're fired.
This would be fool me. This would be about
Nick-
fool me 4
Nick
times.
Astley.
Shame on me
You're
again,
fired.
I guess. I don't know.
Not you. You're not fired.
No, I'm not. I'm the commissioner. You're fired.
No, yeah.
You're talking about Elban.
Yeah, little bitch ass Nick.
Yeah, man. You know.
I agree. No, Mark, that's a good point though. I would agree with that. I think that would be a good fix for it. I
don't disagree.
I don't think any of us will suffer from having a shortened baseball season.
Look at the breaks these teams have had too. Like all their players are healthy again. Like my cousin Jake out there. I wish he was listening, but
John,
he's out there
I like
poaching
UFC.
guys off the free agent list.
You're a UFC fan too, right? I'm a UFC fan. I mean, I've watched a lot of it. I wouldn't
Very
say like I'm
entertaining.
very avid about it, but yeah,
I don't
I'd say
rent the
that
pay-per-views.
I am
They're
a
very
UFC
expensive.
fan.
But I
Yeah.
am, and I'm really glad that guy bought an island. He just wants to fights on it all day long. It's awesome.
Nick
Great.
actually had, I know, my whole playoff brain and everything with sports is all messed up just from all this fantasy and junk. I literally thought there was a bye in playoffs for hockey.
You thought that's fantasy. That's
I
not real
know,
hockey.
I know. Congratulations. It's been a long time, Anyways, anywho, anything you could watch with Bobby Orr in it, Patrick Record is fantastic. Other than obviously them
Other than that
sweeping
flying
us and
goal,
flying in the air, it
against
just-
the
it
Blues,
hurts
the
a little
most classic
bit.
hockey pitcher in the nation. Sorry, we'll take that.
Really.
We got a cup now. We're done.
So John says that Khabib fight is over.
Yeah.
Disney owns ESPN. Put the kibosh on the April 18th fight.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
But that's my question: is why are they canceled? I'm going to say this again. It's going to annoy some people who've been here Friday and today. It's annoying. I know I'm annoying. I repeat myself. Why can UFC not have their stuff, but WWE can have a bunch of dudes flopping all over each other?
Yeah.
10 at a time at once. I watched Rob Gronkowski jump on 10 sweaty wrestlers at one time and rip a belt and run away. What are the rules there? And someone said Vince McMahon has the money, but Dana White has the money, does he not?
I mean,
I'm so confused.
I would imagine that
about why wrestling can happen, but UFC can't. And I'm sorry for saying that again.
Hey,
I didn't really get a full answer last time. Someone answer me.
Quick note, real quick. Gordie Howe was 69 when he played his last game professionally.
That was
by
him.
the way. Yes.
Yeah. He played a professional shift.
He played 25 consecutive seasons.
He played a
credit that
professional.
is to my dad for sending me that
He
information.
played.
So I didn't
He
realize
played.
that.
He played over 5 decades.
Yeah.
From 19 to 69, whatever you said.
I was told that at one point that we had hit 41 viewers, so thank you for everybody that has tuned in to watch. I appreciate that.
Really miss all of you.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, we talked about that the other day.
This is the way we hang out during quarantine.
Yeah, we get to talk on the internet and do Q&A. I would say that you guys would, I'll still take a phone call if anybody's interested. Brian, I did just see your message as well, too. If you are bored and want to call in and give me a married perspective on what you're doing for Easter and how you've been handling the quarantine, sure, man, give me a call.
Family talk, it's a family show. We love that.
I would love to get a bunch of people to call in, so I try to keep phone calls to like a 5-minute minimum, so that way we can, maximum, so that way we can get more people to call in and stuff like that. But yeah, if anybody wants to call, just message me. I'll send you over the number and we'll put you on.
Kyle, I had another thing to bring up with you, and it's kind of it's a movie type question. Not even a question, just a statement. I want to tell you.
Yeah.
Are you excited about Jackass 4?
No.
Do you know about Jackass 4?
I do.
You're not excited about it?
Mm-mm. No. I thought
not one bit.
They lost me like after 2. I don't know. I've been following Jackass since they were CKY and CKY2K and all that.
You can't. They've done everything that you can possibly think of, I feel like.
No, I mean, it's just...
Have you been following Steve-O lately at all through his sobriety? And his...
I've watched some of his stuff, and he's like... His whole, what was his movie? Like PCP changed his life or something like that?
He's been sober for like 12 years now, but yeah, that was at one point in TV, the movie where he did Whippets till he heard voices.
He's an interesting dude. I don't know,
listen to him now. Like 12 years ago, it was hard. The surprising part is that he's staying sober. It's unbelievable. I think he's incredible.
Vito just tuned in, actually, and was saying, made it to the show, sounding good, and the Bachelor living the dream. Sure.
The Bachelor.
You want to call this a dream? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's to me right now. This is more of a hobby. We've been talking. Me and Nick have been talking about doing this for a long time, and this is probably like the start of our podcast that we'll actually put out on other platforms and stuff. And we're really wanting to use the 49, 50 people, whoever have been tuning in. We had like 530 views on the last video up, which was just a couple days ago. So
we love you guys.
It's crazy. Yeah, this is awesome. I enjoy it. If you guys are enjoying it, keep tuning in. I just want to get some interaction. Like, if you guys have questions, throw it in the chat. I'm trying to keep up with it as best as I can. When there's a lot of people in here, it goes quick. But if you have questions or want to call in, like I said, please reach out.
Any name suggestions out there? We're willing to listen to that too. If you have a name for the podcast you'd like to hear it called a certain thing, a name is in your head. You're like, this would be cool if it was called this. We'll listen to that. Send it. We want to hear it. Also, any struggling musicians out there, mediocre at best, I mean, you want to create a theme song, let's do it. We don't have the rights to any.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Music,
I'm going to figure that out.
This song will be fun with music, you know? Let's create a soundtrack to this podcast.
I mean,
there's some musicians out there. Come on, you guys are
how about
creating
this?
music.
How about this? I missed some stuff here. Let's see. Yeah, Cassandra says, "Who is excited about Jackass anymore?" Boring. No, I agree.
Really fun,
I agree. It is really it's flat now. It's played out.
I'm just interested in Steve-O and then Bam. What is Bam? You ever seen Bam lately?
He's suffering from some sort of substance problem or this or that.
I'm just interested in
Nick,
the journey.
Carl wants to know why you dress like a lumberjack. You gotta answer, man. You're live. I'm calling you out for Carl, who said,
sweater
"Hey,
with a hoodie."
hoodie."
If any lumberjacks dressed in this, they would get their arm caught in the grinder and they get pulled into the. I'd be the worst lumberjack ever.
Hey, Jordan Smith, who is the best artist of all time?
Picasso.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, Brian Strong says that WWE got its first confirmed COVID case today. And no, I did not hear that. I did not, but I'm not surprised.
Not at all. They're still
not surprised.
going. How are they allowed to do that? That's my question.
Because apparently they're wearing face masks and gloves to body slam dudes sweating against each other, and females now too that are doing this.
They're not. I watched WrestleMania. They didn't have face masks and gloves on.
No, I know. I'm joking.
You suck. Well, I'm too literal sometimes.
Damn it, Nick.
Sorry, America.
Take me too literal.
I just can't take jokes sometimes. I'm a horrible person. I apologize.
What did I miss, Jordan? I'm missing something here. You said best artist of all time, musical. Did I miss something?
Best artist of all time. What are we supposed to say? Tupac? What are we waiting for?
I mean, Biggie? Give me the loot? I don't know. That's my favorite one.
Like Bob Dylan?
Okay, so Nick Axley, who is a huge WWE fan still and watches like a lot of the throwback stuff, says they work out of their own private facility, would be his only guess. Yeah, but are they corn? Are they wiping shit down when they're done? I don't think they are. I question it. I need somebody to get to the bottom of this, and I don't care how we get to the top.
And WrestleMania was like a 2-day event, so maybe it was just like stretched out over a long time, and they disinfected things in between. I don't know. Well, I'm asking.
You know damn well they didn't disinfect anything.
You'd think not.
No. Absolutely not.
So, UFC, I think Dana White's getting a raw deal for all you UFCs out there that I really don't know much about, but sounds to me.
I mean, Mike Steffel says Nickelback. I mean, if you're referring to what they're talking about in the chat, then
the greatest artist alive is Nickelback. Is that what we're saying? I'll go with that.
Oh man,
I'll go with that. Well, cool.
Next. Well, Mike Steffel, though, how are you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Good to see you tuning in, man. I appreciate it.
Nickelback rocks.
But all right, so keep going on here. So I have got to admit, getting a little antsy doing my actual full first day of work after 2 days of training. Sitting at home for 8 hours in front of a computer fixing other people's computers is a lot of fun. I mean, it's fun. It gives me something to do. The time flies by. But I need some suggestions. What else can I do? Just get out of the house. Even if it's just to get out of the house and go in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? Is to do something. I mean, I've cut the grass, leaves, this and that. I mean, I'm sure everybody else has done it. Clean the house, done this and that.
One thing thriving during this pandemic is definitely my lawn. I've cut the grass 3 times in 2 weeks. How does that happen? Why does that happen? I didn't want to do it one time.
I don't even know. Mom, I'll tell you, my mom says, I'm just curious, are you going to do a remote show from the beach this summer? If that's the case, then that means that we've got to get Nick down to the beach.
4th of July?
Yeah.
I'm praying for that trip to happen. I hope you guys get to continue that tradition. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that is a great thing. That's the, we've been, for those of you that are watching that don't know about it, we've been going to the Bon Air Resort in St. Pete Beach, Florida for,
high school.
Since I was 5 years, since I was 5 years old.
I mean, way before I knew you.
I think I was shitting in diapers, running on the sand and shit, so I want to say
30 years, Kyle.
Yeah, it's been 31. I'm old.
I was giving you that.
31 years. Probably if I say I don't remember missing any years. I don't. So around 30 years, and I know that I have another friend that I went to high school with. Melissa, I believe, also goes down there with her family. We've learned that over the years, and also there's another friend or somebody like that of mine that that I could. I can't remember, man. But they take their family down there. It's weird. It's a great place, great getaway, total family fun. And I mean, for us, we know like 3/4 of the hotel when we go down there now, so it's more like a family reunion than anything. But it's a good time. Sam Jackson says you could try to improve in your NHL skills.
The Sam Jackson.
He goes, bringing that they are basic as AF. Well, I'll tell you, Sam, I don't recall one time that you've ever beaten me in that game. You do always talk the most shit, and it is always fun to listen to it, but anytime that you need to play and get a reminder, like I said, I've been on quarantine for like a month and a half, and my NHL 20 is on point.
Those guys are entertaining.
Right now. So, yes, go ahead, man. Send me if you got a PS4, go ahead. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, my mom says Nikki Lott goes there as well, too, so that's another friend of the family that also goes to St. Pete Beach. Cassandra says she loves St. Pete as well too. Yeah, it's a great place. Honestly, it's a good. I like the beaches there just because they're like huge, soft. You don't have to worry about like being overcrowded with like a bunch of people on top of you. I think is one of the best things. So check it out sometime if you come down during the 4th of July. I will be there, and you cannot judge me depending on how many drinks I've had at one given point of time.
It's vacation.
Yeah, I know that. Can't judge me about vacation.
Break.
Man, these savages out here, you know.
They are. Worry about yourself. Hey, can we talk about maybe next time this happens, how this is going to happen?
Yeah, let's do that.
A lot of you guys out there, I don't want to. So I don't have social media, so I can't really tell anyone to follow me and listen because I can't link up, so I don't have social media. So I'm not going to overload Kyle's friend box with all my dumb friends over here. Like, hey, blah, 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 here's a bunch of So,
hey, how you doing, sweetheart?
I think the goal is to make just a full separate page.
Yes. Our plans are we're going to probably just make this a thing because, I don't know, I've known Nick for a long time and I like to banter with him and stuff and we can make each other laugh. So I think we're going to do like a Nick and Kyle moment or something like that segment and start off with it there. However, we are going to be creating a page starting off probably after this. We're going to start brainstorming some ideas and get it out. So any of you guys that do watch the video, come back and check it out. We'll put some links in the comment section so that way you can like the page.
You like
so
the
that
page.
Way, anytime that we
personal page.
Yeah, anytime that we have to go live or anything like that, you'll get a notification and at that point anyone who wants to follow can follow, and if people are so they're like, man, Kyle's going live again. Yeah. Talking about stupid shit.
Well, come on.
Well, I got nothing better to do, damn it.
All
right, so I'm going to do it.
This is fun.
All right. What we got here? We got some more movement here. Mary, once again, thank you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. She actually, a friend of mine, does art. She's an art teacher.
Love art.
Obviously, probably getting affected because of this.
Teacher.
Did this really cool thing where she like cut out underneath her cabinets and made like a kick drawer that basically you just dead space under there anyways, but turned it into like a little drawer that you could actually pull out and had the whole railing and everything. Turned out really good. It was like a do-it-yourself project.
Like a desk pops out and you can do art on it?
No. I mean, I'm sure she's got those because she's an artist, but I'm talking about like in her kitchen, right? So you have your cabinets and like, and the bottom of your cabinet, like where you have kind of that little area, like a little kick plate,
where
right?
Chips go?
Well, it's like a kick plate drawer. So
Oh.
you could like kick it open, like it slides open and there's a little space where you can put stuff in it.
Like stuff.
Styling stuff. I don't know. It's in your kitchen. Pans, cookie sheets, perhaps.
Oh, that kind of stuff.
I don't know, but anything that you want to put
That's
in.
cool.
Put
It's
in.
creative. Creativity should be at a high.
You're such an asshole.
Create what?
I got some comments here. Matt Bauer
Creativity should be at a
says.
high during the quarantine.
Matt Bauer says the only times I've been to Florida on vacation, I've come home with a black eye and no AC in my car.
No.
2 for 2.
No.
I was with you when you had no AC, and it was miserable. As I quoted the other day, and it's funnier probably to quote it live, I do recall stopping for gas after you drove probably like, I don't know, 4 hours, 5 hours, just no AC in the sun of like Florida, and like watching you get out and fill up the car with gas was like you watching Ace Ventura come out of that Rhino in Ace Ventura 2. You just like come out sweaty, you like just look like you just fell out of your car, like it was miserable. I remember riding with you for like a couple hours because I felt bad, but I'm like, dude, I gotta go drive the van, man. There's AC in there for a little bit. But Matt, miss you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Monica Rogers. I'll tell you what, it is. I don't know what we're doing either. We're having a good time, and I miss you too. It was good to see you.
I'm here for you, man.
Just winging it at this point. We're at 54 minutes. Like last one, it was like an hour and 15 minutes long, but we're gonna keep it going for a little bit.
Any more questions?
Matt Jake says 6 packs of soda.
I had some more questions for the
Oh,
people.
and my friend Mary said she puts pans in those drawers at the bottom.
That's what I meant by stuff.
Yes.
Pans, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, kitchen stuff. Pans.
So,
Kitchen stuff.
let's see. That you guys have a time limit in your segments to keep them from going back and forth. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, the whole thing that we're doing here has been a test. The video, obviously, we've been like
Test.
improved tenfold, but I'm borrowing it for the time being. So, we'll roll with this for a little while.
We're not professionals.
No, we don't claim to be professionals. We just claim to have hopefully a large enough network to where we can get people to interact and actually want to talk back as well too. So, in the chat, if you guys have any suggestions on anything that you want us to talk about in depth or just touch base on, put it in the chat box down there because we'll go through it and we'll take a look and see and maybe set up another throw up show or something the next day or two and kind of talk about those. Maybe do smaller segments or something like that too. But no, I'm interested what you guys think. So
Absolutely. You have ideas for games you want us to play? You guys got ideas for weird shit you want us to eat?
Alright, so Nick's gonna eat the weird shit. Alright, so here's how this is gonna work. If you guys want someone to eat some weird shit, send it in and I'll have Nick eat it on camera while social distancing.
No.
No, you're not doing it?
Well, let's give that a minute.
We'll let that simmer. We'll come back to that. We'll resurface that here in a little bit and see what they think. So, anything else that we want to talk about?
No,
what do you got? You running out of ideas out there?
I'm not. You guys want to? I want to. Are we still COVID talk right now? What are we doing?
We can talk about whatever you want. Like I said, anybody that wants to call in.
Anyone out there want to admit to all the dumb shit they're panic buying right now?
Yeah.
Anyone have a bunker full of toilet paper and Lysol wipes you can hook people up with that you want to
There's some
admit
dude
to on
right now with a chapped ass that is really upset with you because he can't get toilet paper. All right.
You know what dumb panic buys are the people having right now? What are you dumb panic buying? Let's hear it. Obviously, toilet paper.
Yeah. What are you panic buying? Obviously,
and why?
I still can't
you have
find
to
hand
have
sanitizer.
an explanation why. I found a 32-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer at Schnucks in Ladue, and I walked up to the lady to check out, and she got every checker. Oh my gosh! Look what he got. She was amazed. I mean, it was like obviously they just found it in the back and set it on the shelf. It was the one bottle sitting on the shelf. Someone would grab that. I came at the right time. They were amazed that I found a 32-ounce bottle of hand sanitizer.
Dude, you know why, right? It's because you got the golden ticket, dude. Like, you should have, sung the Willy Wonka song as you got it and ran home, frolicked home to your family to tell them what you
I feel
want.
like a lot of stalkers do feel my aura and my vibes walking through the door. They're like, this dude's chill. Let's give him some hand sanitizer. I'm like,
Carl wants to know
Thank
what
you.
is going on with the teepee. I want to know what's going on with the teepee too. Apparently, there's a lot of people shitting because of this. They've said that you can scare the shit out of people. Apparently, people are so scared
Shit
that
is
they're
falling
shitting
out of
at a
them
high rate,
all
and it's
day.
gotten so bad that they've bought all the toilet paper, and then now people that don't shit at such a high rate can't shit because they can't
we're
wipe their
paying
ass.
for all of this.
And it's
What's
crazy.
happening?
It's so crazy. It's
That
Man.
tells me that more than 50% of America shits all the time. Way too much.
Cassandra brings up an awesome point. Random thought, Kyle. How many times has someone poked fun at your last name because of Lord of the Rings? Middendorf, or even more or less Harry Potter, like Gryffindor. People actually mix it too. My cousin actually has that with her friends where they've made that correlation. But Lord of the Rings too, that it does have that kind of lore name to it as well too. So tell your friends about that shit, man. We're just trying to get famous.
How, Gryffindor?
No, not Gryffindor. No, we're not doing that.
What does that mean?
Sorry,
I
did you miss that?
don't know.
Were you sitting
I don't
up?
know what we're talking
Oh, okay. Came in late on
about.
that.
Sorry.
Must have slipped his mind.
Harry Potter. I don't get it.
Matt Bauer says he sells TP at his work, 96 packs. He did not tell you how you have to get those or how much they were, which means it's probably a scam. He's probably selling them for 20 a pop. I'm joking, no, Matt. I'm poking fun.
It's like one of those.
How about this,
fake
Matt?
demands.
Where do you work at? Post that up in the chat if
Post
you
that
dare. Watch the riots. There's going to be 3 broken windows, and whatever business that you type in the chat next is going to have no TV tomorrow.
Get you, buddy.
I made a disgusting move and went to Walmart without a mask or gloves one time. But they had just loaded up
I'm
with
going to need you to leave.
They had just loaded up with paper towels, and there was, an aisle of paper towels, far as the eye could see. As far as the eye could see, it was an unbelievable stack of paper towels, and they were $22 a pack at Walmart,
Yeah?
and I didn't buy them, even though I desperately needed paper towels.
You really
think
need to
I'm-
think about that.
I think, can't do it.
Matt says the Ford
It's called
Hotel
gouging.
Supply. Okay, perfect. So is this actually like, are you saying like if anyone's out there hurting that and they actually need toilet paper to contact you because you have plenty at the Ford Hotel Supply?
Please, let the people know. We're in desperate need.
We're gonna
I love how Matt, alright, so guys.
We're gonna wait for your answer, Matt.
I think he says, I'm pretty sure it's single ply, they cut down, they say,
Split
let's
two
say
rolls
it's
in
2
half.
ply. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be
Split
surprised.
two rolls in half and you lied.
I've actually, a true story here, I mean, there's companies, like actual toilet paper companies that are no longer manufacturing some of like the nicer toilet paper right now because it costs too much.
Yeah.
And they're using too much and it's in such high demand that they're only making like 2 ply and like certain lower end toilet paper right now while this whole thing's going on.
I kind of sound like I'm being kind of a dick about it, but I haven't found these things either. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we can resurface this. So Zach Provazic, friend of mine I used to work with, says,
It's not
got
like
any
I'm
good
swimming in toilet paper.
Got any good show recommendations for the quarantine? Feel like I'm running out of things to watch. I don't want to go into like a really deep one here because we made a lot of comments about this on our last
Right.
one. If you want to take a look at our
Yeah.
other video,
Yeah.
we did make some. I will say I'll give 1 or 2, and then Nick, you give 1 or 2, and
Absolutely.
then we'll
I
let
have
the
one
chat
right
fill
now.
up as well too. I'll say The Hunters on Amazon Prime was something that was just, I mean, Jews killing Nazis to get back for the Nazi whole war, and yeah, it's a really good watch. There's one thing I didn't like about it. If you want to watch it and then want to talk about it on an episode, I would love to put one together and maybe do like a review or something like that and see what people think. But I would say The Hunters for sure would be one that you would need to watch. And I would say TV show on Netflix. Ooh, man, Nick, go ahead. Let me think about one. You got to throw one out there.
Well, I can take up about 30 minutes of your time because I found one incredible documentary on YouTube.
Okay.
It's amazing. If you're a hockey fan out there, you're going to love it. And it's called The Secret Life of Bobby Ryan.
Okay.
And I don't know if anyone's seen it or heard about it or know about Bobby Ryan's addiction, his struggles, just his whole life. It's unbelievable. Actually, this was made years ago, so it doesn't even reach his recent struggles.
Right. So
But I hope you've seen it. don't know
I
if you've
haven't
it or
seen
not.
that. Now that would be a good watch though because
Man's
I know
life
that
is unbelievable.
growing up and playing
He played with Trevor.
hockey. Well, yeah, growing
Trevor
up
played
and
some
playing
games
with the
with
Blast and
him.
stuff. I know
Sure.
that the Maroons obviously played and on teams. He was a California kid, wasn't he?
Sure. Yeah.
So
Well, I'm
Just
pretty
watch
sure.
his documentary. He grew up
Yeah.
in Philadelphia.
He was
His
an
dad
excellent-
relocated to California.
I mean-
unbelievable story. Just watch.
just to tell you,
I've watched it like 3 times.
from the fact
Awesome.
that I've played with and against some people that are in the NHL, like he was one of those guys that I believe played for the Honeybag team. I'm not 100% sure on that. If Adam Sato, Mike Hoff, I want to see even Chad Larkowski or any of those guys that played on that team with me. Paul Stasny, you play for an NHL team, you're probably not watching this, but all those guys, we played together on a team and we played against him, and he was an unbelievable talent then. And if he wouldn't have had some of those addiction problems, he probably would have been
You
one of the
watch
more
his
players.
documentary, you kind of understand where how
Sure.
the kid grew up and
Sure.
where it came
So
from.
check that
it all
out.
makes sense to you. It's unbelievable.
Uh,
My favorite thing I've watched in the last.
Mary had said that The Hunters is so good. Mary, message me later. I want to ask you a question about it since you've watched it and see what you think about something. Carl says Ozark. Ozark,
We
I'm
talked
going to
about
give it a
Ozark last
chance.
show.
I'm going to give Ozark a chance again as well too.
I guess I'll give it its third chance.
Zach, my
About
one
it.
other
It's
one that I'd
confusing.
say that you have to watch or get caught up on if you haven't would be getting caught up on Westworld. That is one of my stronger recommendations as well too. I really like the kind of like you don't know what's going on at certain points. Try to put the pieces together. There's a lot of kind of lore to it that I've kind of picked up as well too. So I think that if you haven't seen Westworld, that you need to watch season 1 and 2, and then season 3 will probably already be over with at that time, and then you'll be all the way caught up. So that would be my 2 that I have there. Charlie Edlin says, what?
Charlie, hey pal, what's up, Chaz?
Charlie, yeah, did you not know that me and Nick are doing a podcast together?
I got one more suggestion for all you guys out there. I don't really watch too many shows or movies, so I can't give so many suggestions about that. But if you just go to your YouTube and check your suggestion, your algorithm there for YouTube, it is suggesting the weirdest crap in the entire world right now.
And the reason of that, at least what I think, and I don't know for a fact, it's probably because so many people are watching stuff that it's just recommending based on what
But
other
then,
people are looking
so
at.
then it's like a vein. Like everyone
Yeah.
starts watching this weird thing, and then
Yeah.
it's weird stuff.
How do
Like
you-
I'm watching
how do you
loggers
think-
cut down giant logs in record time. I'm watching grinding machine grind up ball bearings and hammers and stuff and
Yeah. Oh,
Can't
Zach
stop.
says that him and his lady are halfway through Westworld season 2 and he's loving it so far. Cool. I do not do any spoilers on my shows, so please message me whenever you're done watching it. I love talking about it, and yeah, I can't wait to watch season 3. Mike Steffel, hey, it's good to see you too. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good night, man. If we do another one, we'd love to have you, man.
Kyle, you fully finished season 2 of Westworld.
I did,
You just
yes, I did. Also, Vito says The Last Kingdom's coming up. That's another. I've heard things about that. That's kind of got like a Game of Thrones feel to it, kind of a medieval or like an. It's crazy. Cassandra says HBO has unlocked several things. Pay $6 for Hulu, and they have it on there as well too. Yeah, I would say I'll go off HBO. So let's go off HBO shows alone. If you want to go to throwbacks, obviously people are always going to bring up The Sopranos. I get that.
Classic.
Sopranos is great. However, it's aged. So if you go back and you watch it now, it's kind of a cheesy, it's kind of a cheesier kind of look to it because we've had The Irishman, we've had a lot of other things that we've seen come out as considered gangster movies,
we
right?
still have actual guys like this on the street who have evolved since Tony Soprano. So it's kind of
Right.
you're a
So,
little more intimidating than the show now. 15 years ago.
I would say another one of the
I get what you're
gangster
saying.
shows off HBO that I liked a lot was Boardwalk Empire. That was a fantastic show. If you guys like westerns, Deadwood was awesome. They made a movie about it. I think it's released, but the TV series had to get canceled because it cost way too much money. They ended up doing Boardwalk Empire after, and they said, "Hey, money's not an option. Just do whatever you gotta do." I think Scorsese had something to do with it, maybe, or one of those big directors did too. But that was an awesome watch. Any of those, if you have time or if you're looking to kill some time. You like westerns, Deadwood, Boardwalk Empire is like 1920s, 30s, Prohibition, gangsters, and it's based upon true stories, not a true story, but based upon true things that happened. So it's actually a good watch. Matt Bauer says the documentary Icarus. I've actually seen a trailer for that. It looks really wild. I don't even want to try to explain it. You should check out the trailer for it.
I will.
It's definitely something that looks interesting. Cassandra says Westworld is amazing. Thank you. I agree. It's awesome.
That's enough Westworld convincing to.
Carl says yes. And why is everybody watching Outbreak and The Containment during this time on Netflix? He goes,
People want to know.
He goes, make your fear more. What is it? Make yourself fear more much.
Now, are those documentaries or are those like fictional movies? I feel like
Watching,
those are
so
documentaries.
Outbreak was with
Oh,
Dustin
that's
Hoffman.
a- oh,
that
that's
was
a
about
new-
the monkey that the
Ebola?
outbreak monkey and spread that virus that they had, and then Containment is about the other virus that's spreading that they're trying to
Spanish flu?
contain. Well, that's more like a zombie movie, I thought, right? Containment.
Come on, it's not real life people.
I thought it was.
Oh, the zombies are real life?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to ruin it for any. I don't want to ruin it for any one of our guests out there that thinks that they're not. Okay,
Good point.
we'll leave that for them to figure
Can't
out.
wait till see that. Did anyone see the Easter Bunny today? He's still hidden pretty well.
He owes me money, so he didn't come around.
Son of a bitch.
I know. It was an egg deal gone bad.
Been through many of those, buddy.
I dyed so many eggs, and that bastard stood me up. No. So that goes TV shows. What do you think? What do you guys think? We could stop TV shows. Cassandra says, "Where would you like to see your show in 1 year?" Oh man, I will
Las
say
Vegas Strip.
that'd be phenomenal. I
On
want
top
to
of the
see.
Paris Hotel.
I want to see this show in 1 year be on multiple platforms, beyond potentially YouTube, beyond potentially Twitch, beyond potentially Facebook, Twitter, everything all at one time. I could see it potentially being something similar to like a Barstool Sports where people have an idea and then we start having different segments with friends of ours that are kind of their own niche specialists of this or that, and then really putting out a lot of content based upon maybe specialized things that people want to hear about. Let me know in the chat. I thought about doing this once all of the pandemic stuff does blow over as well too. I'm not a big person, don't get me wrong, I'll read here and there, but I'm not a big person to say, I want to look through the RFT and see what's going on in St. Louis. I'm not a big person to go on to like certain websites and try to look and see who's posting stuff about that. But if I could basically do some research for you guys for like an hour, maybe to see what the week beholds us, and maybe just do like a little local, hey, this is what you can do this week in St. Louis in the Midwest, because most of my friends that are watching this are from this area, whether that be recommendations of people saying you need to try this place out to eat, because I'm going to tell you this, guys, right now, there's going to be some restaurants that aren't going to make it. I said this before. Yeah. So we could be talking...
Word of mouth is huge.
We could be talking about basically...
Let's talk.
Restaurants that are new because of the fact that other ones have closed down because of all of this. It's
Let's
sad
help
to
each
say,
other out.
but
We got to help each other
so
out.
I'd say in a year, I'd like to see myself be established, have a very strong name, or at least a presence with my friends and family and people that just kind of like to listen to us talk. Because I want to get you guys involved. I want to get whoever's listening out there. I try to keep up with the chat as best as I can. If you guys got something to say and you want to talk about it, I would love to see you in the chat and then talk to you and continue that chat. So if you want to call in, I have Bluetooth capability. We can put you on the air and you guys can say what you want to say. It is what it is. I just,
it's all about you guys.
User at his own risk. Whatever you say is live going, and I'm not taking this video down.
Keep watching this. Keep hanging out with us. It's up to you guys. Let's keep it going.
Did that answer your question,
friend.
Cassandra? Sorry, I don't know if I rambled off there at the end. I got a lot of ideas for this and what I want it to be. And the fact that I have two spots across the table here that could facilitate 2 other people to actually have like a full group conversation with 4 people here. That's the goal. I mean, if it gets big, awesome. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. It did not cost me that much to put this studio together, so at the end of the day, to me, it's the same thing of like buying a bike or doing something that you're doing as a hobby. You just have to have a little bit of an investment in it to see how it goes, and the bike could sit up on the rack for the rest of the year, but I don't foresee us
We're just
stopping
having
this
fun,
anytime
man.
soon.
We're
because
getting a
having
lot of
good
use
time
out of
doing it.
this, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's fun.
If it's healthy for any of you guys out there, that's awesome. It's also healthy for us.
Absolutely. And you guys got to know, man, that's the whole point of this is this stuff's going to, we're going through some weird times. You might be feeling down, man. You always have friends.
Yeah.
Friends are everywhere. If you're ever feeling down, just call us, man. Let's talk. Let's hang
I would
out.
love to. I think it's
That's what
interesting.
we're here for, man. We're here to...
I think it's interesting.
You have friends, man. Never feel down enough to where you don't think you have friends, because you do.
I mean, we got a microphone. We'll listen to you. We'll talk to you. I mean, some people are very... Now, I'm going to be honest. People probably aren't going to want to talk about their problems over there. But if you do, I mean, there's a lot of people that are open about doing that. Call in. We don't care.
Hey.
We'll talk about anything.
We're up for anything. We have advice. We've been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Other people have advice. Let's all help each other. That's what it's all about. We're in this together, man. Let's all help each other.
Yeah, for sure. And Cassandra said, I'm excited to see where this goes. Thanks for sharing thoughts and giving us a platform to share. For sure, like I said, it's not just us. We want to get your guys' thoughts and feelings, whether it's in the chat and me being able to summarize. And I hope I do a good job for everyone. If I did not express your feelings the way that you typed it out in the chat, it kind of loses a little bit. I'm just trying to read it as fast as I can.
Kyle's a man, very eloquent, smooth, beautiful delivery.
But please keep tuning in. We'll probably do another one here in a couple of days. If I can't get Nick here, maybe I'll phone him in, or if anyone else is interested in calling in, like I said, just message me or let me know.
See you guys next time.
Thanks for tuning in.
Stay safe.
See you guys.